Hello everyone. In this tutorial we will cover the switch statement. What does the switch statement does? A switch statement is used to, for example, it works a little bit like the if else if statement. You have a value or you get an input from the user, and then the input and the switch uses it to check whatever the case each case is, and then input whatever message is supposed to put. So for example, if you input the correct value for case 1, as you can see in this example here, it should then display number you've entered was 1. If it doesn't, then it will go to the next one and so forth until it gets to the last one. If it doesn't find any of these in the cases, then it should display the default message to the user. So it works a little bit like if statement, or if and else if statements. So in this simple example, I've created a project just like what I've done in the other videos, the same way. And what I'm trying to do is get an integer from the user. So first of all, I ask the user to enter a number. I take in the number, and then in the switch statement I give it to the switch, and then I compare that number to any of them. So whatever input is input by the user, if they input the correct value, it would display the default. So let's give it a try. Rebuild solution, and if everything is fine, then we just run it. Okay, it seems fine here. So if we run it, so it asks me to enter. I'm going to enter 1, and it says number you entered was 1. Okay, that's good. So what I've got here is the switch statement. I've put system pause there so that we can see how it is running. Let's do another one. Enter, I say 2, and it goes on to the next case. So it's running this one right here. Okay, so let's try another one and see if we will go to another thing, 100 or maybe 90. Says you did not enter 1 or 2, press. So it's saying that you did not enter any of the its expected values for the case. So basically you are wrong. So why would you want to use the switch case? I would choose a switch statement over if else if statements to make my program a little bit more easier to handle. Because if you've got a lot of things to get from the user, and you're trying to compare it or get a lot of values from the user, you would probably end up writing like hundreds of lines of if statements. But in a switch case or a switch statement, it will make it simple. The first one is that, second one is that. If it's equal to the second one, then do this. If it's equal to the third one, then do this, and so forth. And it's all compact in its own it's all in one closed thing. So if you really want to manage the codes, it's easier. Whereas if and else statement, you would have open brackets and closed brackets, and you probably get lost somehow if you've got a lot of lines of code. So that's how the difference, and why I would choose a switch statement to an if else if statement. Thank you. That concludes this video. So we move on to the next one. Thank you for coming.